Okay, so if we want to play an Aeolian, this diagram isn't particularly arranged. That's why I made the fretboard, so you can start it and in root position. So this wouldn't be in root position. Aeolian, this would be starting from root. It would be in first inversion, root 3/6. For Dorian, it would be starting in fourth, first inversion. For Phrygian, starting in first inversion, 5/7/3, relative to the Ionian. All the numbers are relative to the Ionian scale, okay, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see how now in a minor, with the notes colored, in the minor we would start with a minor third from the root position. So 6, 2, and 3. Okay, 6 will go minor third, major fourth, minor third, major fourth. This is in P4 tuning. Minor third, major fourth, minor third, major third, and then a major fourth if you ever wanted to go up there 6 frets away. Okay, and that's the same thing up here. Okay, except it doesn't end up with a fourth up top here. So this is what I made, and then I added the string shapes. Okay, so the string shapes make it interesting, and we'll talk more about that. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken 6 strings out of that pattern we were just looking at. Okay, taken 6 strings of it and warped the top 2 over for all 5 cage shapes. Alright, so we end up with the C cage. Alright, and this is the one that has the tri-pentatonic, of course, so it would be a C-shaped C chord, just a C-shaped chord. Okay, it would be an E-shaped fourth and a G-shaped fifth. Alright, the E-shaped fourth would be like root, would start there. The E-shaped fourth would actually start, let's see, so 5, root 2, in the C box, it would be right here. It would start on this fourth. Alright, so that would be the fret nut. We would have a C-shaped root, 5 root 3, 5 root 3, and we would have an E-shaped fourth, okay, which is 4, and then root 4, where would it be? Okay, my bad. It is 4, but then it goes root 4, 6. So, and the fifth would be a G-shaped fifth, would be 2, 7, and 5. So that brings us to this little diagram here. Remember, this little diagram, these aren't triple notes. Okay, these are triple notes. 5 root 2, triple notes on the triple note fretboard. These are not triple notes because the intervals on the triple note fretboard, okay, a typical one, alright, is 2 to 5 to 6. It's a fourth, then a whole step. Alright? Here, root 4 to 5, root to fourth is a fourth, then a whole step. Okay? So these are not triple notes, and they're not even on the fretboard as the way they are. These are thirds and minor thirds and major thirds that make our scale tone chords. So this is a good old-fashioned chart that lists the root as root 3, 5. So remember, these intervals, this is a major third and a minor third. It's not the tri notes up here. It's 3 notes per note space there. And that was done to show the exact overlay, the exact, it's almost like a stencil. You can put the same thing, the root, the fourth, and the fifth arpeggios, and the even the should be, it is true for the pentatonics. They're the same. All right, the only difference, and I hate to be going back over here now that I've got this. The only difference, okay, so the pentatonics are the same too. All right, so with root down here, the G shape would be 6 root 2 3 5 6, and with the fourth it would be 2 4 5 6 root 2. They're the same pentatonically. The only difference is they're not same diatonically, and that is shown by these. That is evidenced by these string shape labels here. So where we have the same fit here for root 4 5, they're not the same string shapes, which is G, D, and C. So for the root, we have G string shape 6 7 root here. Okay, this is where the other numbers come into play. For the fourth, we have the D string shape of 2 3 4, and for the fifth we have the C string shape of 3 4 5. That's where, so the string shapes show you what are the diatonics, the actual scales there. Alright, so that would be the actual scale fragments. No matter what scale fragment you're looking at, the string shapes are the same. They're all the same. So C's 3 4 5, D's 2 3 4, G is 6 7 root, A is 5 6, and E is 7 root 2. They're always the same. So this isn't about the string shapes. I wish I had more time this morning. It's a holiday and it's 4th of July, and I have to bring some donuts or cupcakes or something to my meeting, so I gotta run along. It's exciting. So we're back over here. I just want to show you that when we go to the fourth arpeggio is 4 6 root in any key. In the key of C, it'd be F, A, and the root of C, and the fifth is 5 7 2. So that's where those numbers come from. Okay, so when we're looking here once again, now I've warped these over and I've cropped out the 6 strings, and we come up with the 5 cage shapes. Okay, so once again, when we're looking at the C-shaped root, we've got 5 root 3, 5 root 3. That's your C shape right there. And then we go to an E-shaped fourth, because you remember the fourth of C is F, but because of the tuning warp, we take it down to an E. All right, so it's C, E, G. That's characteristic of the guitar like that. That's interesting. So just a little bit on there. So you have the fourth of, this is the string circle, okay? It's cage, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D. Fifth of C is G. You just do cage, C, A, G. Skip one letter. Skip every other letter and you're in fifth. G, E, D takes you to the fifth of G is D. D, C, A. Start over again. Cage, caged. Start over again. And the fifth of D is A. Okay, then A to E is the fifth of A is E. A, G, E. Now the E shape, okay, goes to D with cage, C, A, G, E, D. Skip the D and we go back to C. So that's E going to C is an augmented fifth, and then in fourth, when you go counterclockwise, it goes in fourths the same way. C would go to E like that.